Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at AnonymousRealityTV. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we got to talk Real Housewives of Potomac, but we're talking about Gizelle and ROBYN's podcast. And I'm just confused. I'm confused as to why they're confused about BRIT Edie's lawsuit. And we're going to listen to a couple of sound bites because I just don't understand. And again, this is not about like or dislike Team Twirl. It's not. It's just about making it make sense, right? So we're going to get into these clips because I'm just trying to figure out, number one, how ROBYN has the audacity to be concerned about anybody being on any Real Housewives show about who is or isn't presenting their life when you chose to get married to Juan off camera. And then you try to lie and gaslight us about his alleged cheating. But you were in everybody else's business and everyone else's marriage about anybody else that allegedly is cheating or anybody else that's got issues and this and that. But you didn't want to bring your real storyline to the show and had the audacity to charge people for the Patreon for a paywall for you to discuss it. So how can you have the audacity to speak on somebody else? And again, this drag about housewives on whether or not they show up to the reunion or whether or not they leave the reunion, right? Garcelle left the reunion. Even though she technically finished everything, she left like when they were about to do the toast or whatever. But she has an open door to come back. Mary Crosby from Salt Lake City didn't show up to a reunion before and is back. Like, it depends on who you are, right? Like Kyle Richards, like it depends on who you are. It doesn't matter if you attend the reunion or not, or if you leave in the middle of the reunion or not, if Bravo and NBC Universal actually likes you and F's with you. Like Phaedra Parks, right? Phaedra decided she was not going to be attending the Married to Medicine reunion, and they decided to create little handheld Phaedra faces trying to imitate what she potentially would say or not say, right? So it's not a requirement anymore. Like if they like you, if Bravo likes you, they'll make certain exceptions and accommodations. But it's clear as day that they do not have all the facts. And it seems like there's something, right? Because why would BRIT sue if there's nothing for her to sue for, right? So we're going to take a listen. I just wanted to get that off my chest because I already know this is about to be a hot mess.
First of all, reunion's not optional. I just want everybody to be clear. Like, you can't just skip the reunion if you still want your job. Right. Okay. Yeah. So, I was like, clearly she don't want her job. Or walk off the reunion and not finish it. Just saying that too. Right. Okay. That too. So, she put a message out that said, like, oh, I recently found out that the pictures that Kenya posted or, had printed out weren't actually me. Right. So, what? Is that what lawsuit? What is she suing Bravo and Trudy Production for? I don't know. Like, I'm very confused. This whole incident happened. Yeah. You filmed the entire season. Yeah. You showed up to work. You were fine. They actually got rid of the person that printed your supposed pictures. Yeah. Kenya's gone. Or Kenya should be back. Right. And let me say this. If anybody should be suing, I think it's Kenya. Right. Like, or if anybody might have a suit, maybe. First of all, maybe it's Kenya. Not this girl. Right. Not her. I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't even understand. I can't wrap my head around what she would be suing for. You know what I said to myself? And I'm not pointing any finger at anyone. Okay. I said to myself, I don't know who's doing casting And when I say I don't know who's doing casting, I'm lying. Do better. Do better. Because this could have all been avoided. Well, yeah, but I think some people don't present their real selves during the casting process. Yeah. Okay, but there was history on this girl. She was a Stevie J girl. Yeah. I mean, there's so much that should have signaled to them. This is not a good choice. Yes. Yeah. I wonder why they made that decision. I don't know, but yeah. So that's a hot mess. That is a hot mess. That is very. And then Kenya wasn't at the reunion. No. And she kind of made an announcement saying she was uninvited to the reunion or something but I didn't really I didn't expect to see her at the reunion. No, I didn't expect to see her either. I mean, listen, I think that if they would have known that this girl wasn't coming, yes, I'm sure they would have called Kenya and been like, hey, maybe it's. I'm sure they would have called Kenya and been like, hey, just come give your point of view, maybe. I don't know. Or at this point, everyone could give their point of view of what happened. Yeah. Because I'm sure the other ladies had something to say. Yeah. Like, Kenya, you were wrong for that or whatever. Or it just would have even given Kenya the opportunity to apologize if she wanted to apologize. Just state your case. Yeah. But... yeah, I guess it would have been nice to give her the opportunity just to speak on it, apologize. Yeah. Whatever, give a statement, something, and just be done with that. So that would have been nice to give her the opportunity to do that. So, yeah. And it seems like Kenya's been deeply affected by this whole experience. Yeah, no, totally. Yeah. Because I think that, she didn't feel supported. Everybody gets in their feelings when they feel like they're not being protected or supported. But, Kenya has made it known she didn't feel protected by the production company. I'm sure they would have called.
So that was it. And I just, again, ROBYN having the audacity when she's not even shown her real life on the show and everything else, and has been essentially Gizelle's minion for most of her time on Real Housewives of Potomac, is really having the audacity to question something else. Listen, looky here, you guys. Kenya was never going to the reunion. Lawsuit or no lawsuit, she was never going to the reunion. That Tamron Hall interview did her in. What is not computing? And then blaming production, blaming the people who are a part of the team that, part of the company that employs you and everything else, it is a cardinal mistake. But if this lawsuit holds up, Bravo and NBC Universal can look at Kenya and be like, listen, looky here, we can't have you on the show right now until we sort out this lawsuit and we sort out everything else and we sort out all the stuff that you've been saying on YouTube and any interviews that you did on Tamron Hall, that you did on Carlos King, that is a liability to us and our network. But they're not understanding how BRIT has a lawsuit. But I'm thinking to myself, if BRIT and her attorneys have been requesting to see the images that Kenya posted at the Kenya Moore Hair Salon spa opening, and they've been dodging it all season, and it's going on a year now since everything was filmed, and just recently they showed her what the photos were, and BRIT said it wasn't her. They basically ran with a narrative, allegedly. They ran with the narrative, they ran with the storyline that was designed really to lead the charge in smearing and shaming somebody. And for it to come out that it's not even BRIT when it's all said and done, it makes this look even more ridiculous. Because who was Kenya's producer that didn't vet these pictures to vet that it was even BRIT or even authorize for these poster boards to even make the cut for Kenya to even do this? Nobody stepped in and said, no. This isn't a good idea, you guys. Kenya, there's another way to go at BRIT, or if you wanted to attack, her insurance fraud stuff, if you just wanted to go there, that's one thing. And then Gizelle saying that isn't BRIT one of Stevie J's girls? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? So she's supposed to be the next Jocelyn Hernandez? She should be over at the Zeus Network? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? And here's my thing too, right? Y'all want to shame these people, right? And especially on the Black housewife shows and Black reality TV in general. Y'all want to shame these people if they have a past, if they've been a stripper, if they've done sex work, everything else. But my thing is this. Y'all do not have any moral ground to stand on when it comes to this show, and in particular with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, when y'all have pushed all of the sex positive stuff to begin with. Y'all push the narrative, oh, who's dipped in the lady pond? Y'all push the narrative, oh, we like having scrippers out here. We like having male scrippers with long Johnsons out here. Y'all did it for Candy's Bachelorette, and y'all did it for Cynthia's Bachelorette. And then, of course, the unfortunate storyline of season 9 of RAPE Gate, right? And you know, Candy and Todd allegedly trying to GRUG Portia and everything else, and the sex dungeon and everything else. Y'all keep pushing sex. Y'all keep pushing it out there. Y'all refuse to leave it alone. Y'all keep pushing that and pushing that narrative. Who is an SLUT? Who is in 304? Who is this? Who is that? So we can shame this person down and try to destroy these people on this show. Kenya had many different reads and easy angles that she could have went after BRIT. And she went for the jugular. And what Gizelle and ROBYN are not keeping in mind and everything else is, at the time this was filmed, you already have an issue with what went down with, I believe it was Caroline and Brandy Glanville that got Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip shut down. You got that legal issue. You got Leah's issue from Real Housewives of New York City, right? Or not New York City. Well, yeah, New York City. And then you have the issue with Diddy, right? Because this was a couple of months before Diddy got arrested. But at that point in time, we already knew Diddy was under investigation. We already knew at that point that stuff was being seized from his mansions, and there was already documentaries in the works. And I believe, by the way, Peacock, that a subsidiary of, NBC Universal, was coming out with a documentary as well. So anything involving sex, anything that is on the lines of revenge porn, or anything that was going to be a liability, that was going to be an issue, that was going to be a potential lawsuit, they decided, hey, if we get rid of Kenya, maybe we can try to salvage this season, and that's why they brought in Phaedra at the end. What they did not anticipate was BRIT was going to sue them as well. But nonetheless, if they, if she was under false pretenses, making it seem like this was really her this whole time for a whole year, and come to find out it wasn't her because she just now recently saw the photos, that's not a good look for Bravo and Truly Original, because basically you're going the Love and Hip Hop route, or some of these other reality shows routes, like Love of Marriage Huntsville and others, where y'all are just going to go with any type of narrative. The more salacious, the more scandalous, the better. And y'all not even fact checking, y'all not even there, to even be an actual receipt. Y'all just saying it to just say, oh, the more slanderous, the more defamatory, the better. And now y'all in a whole new lawsuit, a whole $20 million lawsuit for what? But I'm just, the irony of Gizelle and ROBYN speaking on this is what's hilarious to me. Now, I think Gizelle is cool with Kenya Moore. I think she's really good friends with her and everything else. But none of the less, I feel like there's been so many missteps to where Bravo is saying, we have to draw a line somewhere. And I'm surprised that so many have so much to say about this lawsuit. And this reminds me back when NeNe sued Bravo and NBC Universal and everything else. And so many people had so much to say. Kenya had so much to say. Candy had so much to say. Everybody had so much to say about NeNe's lawsuit. Bravo would never. Bravo's treated me good. Bravo, I get my checks from Bravo. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Maybe you're the issue if you've got to sue. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And funny how those tables turn. Funny how the tables turn, because I think if Kenya had a lawsuit against Bravo, it would have been filed by now. And I think what Kenya was trying to attempt to do is trying to make it seem like everything is good with Bravo, everything is good with NBC Universal and everything else. But because it was weird that she finally said she was sorry. And I'm just like, because I don't call that apology on Tamron Hall. If you listen to that apology in its entirety, it's not the apology that you think it is, you guys. But nonetheless, a lot of people have a lot of things to say. But if BRIT attorneys have a pretty, like, they've got receipts upon receipts upon receipts. They've got proof that BRIT has been trying for this past year to get access to these alleged photos that people were swearing up and down that it was BRIT, that even BRIT herself thought it was herself. Now, that was the part that was a little confusing. She even was convinced it was herself, and she wasn't even there to see the photos presented. But that would have been my first question as far as before letting go of Kenya. I would have had a filmed conversation with BRIT and Kenya on what photos did you show at this hair spa salon. And describe to me what is in these pictures. Describe to me what is in these photos, and I would think at that point, right then and there, BRIT would have known, oh, that's not me, I didn't do that. But she said herself that it was an ex-boyfriend that allegedly, that she didn't know that they were being filmed or whatever else. And she alleged that she did cam girl stuff with somebody else in her 20s or whatever else. But nonetheless, and bragged about being a video vixen while she was in high school. But this whole thing is a hot mess. And then why are we calling out casting and you still work for the network? Can y'all make it make sense? Why are we dragging like that's me? That's like y'all dragging y'all employer. Why did you hire my coworker? Why did you hire my coworker? This coworker sucks. Like why? What are we doing? What are we doing out here, you guys? What is happening? So I'm confused as well, Gizelle and ROBYN, at your confusion. Because there's plenty of housewives who have done exactly what you said, what caused them to lose their job, which is A, walk off the reunion set, or B, not show up to the reunion at all, and they still were able to come back to the show, no problem. It all depends on what your relationship is with the higher ups, right? Which is what the Married to Medicine ladies were alleging when Phaedra was able to not show up to the reunion, you guys. But yeah, that's it. That's all that I have. I just find it ironic. ROBYN, once again, on the wrong side of things, the wrong person to give an opinion on this, who has not shown their life, who has not been transparent with the people, and tried to make people pay under a paywall in order to get her tea, in which even when you paid under the paywall, she still didn't fully spill the tea. And more receipts and receipts kept on coming out with the girl from Canada, the hotel receipt, and Juan paid for it, right? And then we got the coach, right? We got the basketball coach, and y'all are at the laundromat. Shout out to Nivea. And also at the nail salon, right? Because apparently that's what colleagues do. Colleagues go to the nail salon together. Make it make sense. So there's that. That's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.